Well, welcome and good evening, you wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8, and I can't possibly call this a vocal cover of RAMMSTEIN's song MEIN HERZ BRENNT, but this might be just more so a thing to just test this out. I still do want to try to do more, better versions. And by better, I mean actually correctly pronouncing the words that Till Lindemann is saying in the songs. As, like I said, I've done a little bit of studying to try to learn, German, Hebrew, Italian, Spanish, French, but I've never really stuck with any of this stuff long enough to really properly learn it. I mean, I just have an interest in the different languages, but I really just have never really felt the strong desire to really properly learn one. Mainly because I'd say I wouldn't really have anyone to communicate with in said language. Plus, a lot of times I tend to be busy with a lot of things, and I tend to try to do 20 different things at the same time. As is, I sometimes need to sleep more. So, I guess you can't do one thing well if you're constantly exhausted from 20. But at the same time, it's just the way I pursue my interests. And sometimes I'll be overly strong on some interests and then just bounce back and forth between how much I go on others. Just because a lot of times it's just... I want to delete this video right now. I feel like I'm being incredibly dumb right now. But the main point of this channel is, to be able to be just open and honest with whatever the fuck's going through my head, regardless of how cringy you guys will find it to be. That's one of the main points, is just drop the filter and just, talk with everyone out there without any concern for what you guys think of me. Yes, I'm going to sound incredibly dumb and stupid with every opinion I have. I know everyone's like, yeah, this guy's weird and all that shit, but, that's the point of this channel. I can drop that filter, and I can just be me. I can just be open and honest with just whatever pops in my head, and I don't have to filter anything. Main point I was trying to say with this intro that was supposed to be 10 seconds long, it was literally supposed to be, "Hi, I'm Lunar D8. I'm going to try to sing the song MEIN HERZ BRENNT by RAMMSTEIN. I'm going to do a terrible job that is going to be so bad that it can't even count as karaoke." Anyway, maybe at some point I'll properly learn how to speak German, but I am an English speaker. I have lived in the United States all my life. I live in Ohio. It's one of the states in the United States of America. It's right to the south of Lake Erie. The best way to think of it is we're north of Kentucky, just west of Pennsylvania and New York. I'm closer to the eastern seaboard than I am the western. And we're basically right there next to Canada. That being said, even though we went into this winter being told to expect that this is going to be one of the coldest winters ever, this has been literally the warmest winter I remember in my life. Granted, I remember in 2013 we had some days that were negative 20 Fahrenheit. So, now I don't remember how everything converts back and forth between Fahrenheit and Celsius. I know 20 degrees positive in Fahrenheit is negative 6 or 7 degrees Celsius. But I think the coldest it's really ever been here is negative 20, at least from what I've been aware of. And the most we've had is 2 or 3 feet of snow ever at one time. But this year has been the warmest winter I ever remember. And like I said, I'm supposed to, again, this introduction is supposed to be 10 seconds. It's supposed to be, "Hi, I'm Lunar D8, and I'm going to sing this song in German by an amazing vocal artist, Till Lindemann. I don't think his lungs are human, because he has an absolutely incredible voice, and he is not only naturally gifted, but I'm sure he has been actually working at actually being a singer his entire life. I know at one point he did some basket weaving back, because at one point they weren't allowed to have their band, back during the whole, Berlin Wall times, from what I understand. I don't remember how exactly old Till Lindemann is. I should. But then again, I can't remember everything. I barely remember how old I am half the time. But I know at one point they weren't really allowed to do their music under, basically they would be arrested. But, so, yeah, apparently my ability to, I almost dropped everything. By everything, I mean the phone I'm holding in my hand. So I can actually, have a version of the song with the lyrics on the screen so I can try to follow along with it. By the way, watch the anime Yu Yu Hakusho. It's awesome. It's got 132 episodes. It's an absolutely incredible anime. Wow, I should just delete this video so I can actually start clean and just go straight into my shitty ability to pronounce German words. Because like I said, I haven't even left Ohio in years. But, yeah, I don't know if it sounds like even other English speakers, whether you're from Texas, California, Maine, wherever, or, England, or Australia, if you're other English speakers, I don't know if I sound like I have an accent to you, or if you are an English speaker, whether it's from, any other state in the United States of America, or you're, Canada, Mexico, England, Ireland, Scotland, Australia, any place in the world, whether you speak, particularly if you do speak English as your native language, how would you describe my accent? Do I sound like a certain region from what you guys are like how would you describe my English, the way I pronounce words? And of course, the people who do not have English as their native language, again, is it easy to understand the way I pronounce English? Because I know there are some places, especially some of the deep Southern accents and some of the stuff from Brooklyn. Because I know some of the accents I've heard from, on television of people from Brooklyn and from the Deep South. I listen to that and I'm like, I speak English and I can't understand it. I have trouble actually picking out the differences in the words, even though it's my own language. So, yeah. And of course I know with other languages there's other dialects, whether it's German or Spanish or Chinese. There's other ways of pronouncing it within the same language. I was laying down earlier when I was trying to practice how to pronounce this stuff. Now that I'm standing, walking around, I want to take a nap. Just pacing back and forth, talking like this. Because most of the time I do in Let's Plays, I'm just sitting in a fucking folding chair. Or I'm laying on my bed with my laptop on a pillow next to me. But most of the time I'm just sitting in a folding chair with my laptop either on my bed in front of me or a folding chair. Oh, my phone turned off. Son of a bitch. Can I... Do you load? Okay, thank you. Okay. Or I could buy a gamer chair or a desk, but I just feel like it's a waste of space and I don't need it. I just do this shit as a hobby. Let's Play. I enjoy ranting at my computer. I can have 1 million fucking subscribers. I have no plans to ever partner with YouTube unless YouTube says, oh, you have to partner with us or else we won't let you post videos, at which point maybe I'll just fucking stop posting. So, I don't want to partner with YouTube. I'm not trying to make any money. I just want to rant at the fucking computer and be that guy who is now a part of the YouTube community that everyone's like, what the fuck is this guy? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. So, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I can't seem to stay on a fucking topic 10 minutes and 12 seconds in. I haven't even done the fucking song yet. Anyway, I can't pronounce German worth a shit. I can't actually speak it. I have at one point tried to learn a little bit of it, but if you asked me what a single fucking German word meant, what it means at the moment, I wouldn't remember. But I do know in the past I have looked up translations to every song by RAMMSTEIN, but, I don't remember that stuff. It's kind of like I've listened to every creepypasta story in existence, but I only remember like 20% of them. Heck, I have a playlist where I did unrehearsed narrations of creepypastas, and most of them, like half of them at least, I didn't even remember ever reading before. But I know now granted, I'm sure people keep writing new ones, but I know back 8 or something years ago, and even before then, back when YouTube was in its infancy, I listened to a lot of creepypastas while playing stuff like Fallout and Skyrim. Okay? So I kind of feel like I've probably heard thousands of creepypastas, so I should have heard all of them. But there's a lot of them I don't remember, and heck, when I was narrating Jeff the Killer, I kept, every time it was like the moment where they're in the back playing with the kids, I was like, yes! I was, even though it's the most famous fucking creepypasta that everyone in the world who's ever heard of creepypasta knows how the story goes, even if they've never even listened to it, and everyone has. It's kind of like the whole Russian sleep experiment thing. Everyone is familiar with that. Everyone's heard it. But I was narrating the Jeff story, and I was I kept forgetting the ending while reading it. I would be reading it, and then I would be legitimately expecting a happy ending. Even though I'm reading a horror story. Not only a horror story, but a horror story that is considered the most famous and well-known horror story on the internet. And yet, repeatedly, during the course of reading it, I kept forgetting the ending, despite the prologue being a kind of epilogue. While reading the Jeff story, I kept forgetting the ending and actually expecting a happy ending with hugs and rainbows. And everyone just living happily ever after and no one dying. And it's not like I don't know the ending. It was just I would just, while reading it, subconsciously, some part of me is nope, we're not going to remember the ending. And I even had to remind myself several times, when I was starting to expect a positive outcome, it's you know how this story goes, Lunar. You know how it goes. But yet I would keep repeatedly forgetting the ending to the story and actually expect a happy ending. It's I'm reading a horror story and I keep repeatedly forgetting what genre it is. Honestly, if I had to describe my channel, the genre of my channel is, I know I try to say that this is a comedy channel. It's mainly a Let's Play channel where I try to make people laugh and I play whatever fucking game I feel like. It's really just an issue of whatever I desire to do. I do whatever the fuck I want. After all, I don't have to worry about a fucking sponsor or some shit. I don't gotta worry about that shit. I don't have to worry about it's oh yeah, Oreos. They're delicious. The closest thing I'll have to a sponsor is me eating a package of Oreos and you having to listen to me munch and chomp on shit. This video is sponsored by my dick. Shit. It's I don't know. I know I'm way off topic. Oh, man. I just wanted this to be a short video. It's going to be again, it's supposed to be a short little introduction. 10 seconds. Be hi, I'm Lunar. I can't speak German. I'm going to try to say things that are in German. Okay, now that I've just completely failed at communication in my own language, let's try it in another one. This is the song MEIN HERZ BRENNT, which translates to My Heart Beats. And it's by this band RAMMSTEIN. And it is sung by Till Lindemann. You should not be able to hear Till Lindemann or the actual music because I'm wearing headphones. And the main point of this is really just to showcase my ability, or rather inability, to properly pronounce German. At some point, maybe I would like to do proper vocal covers of the RAMMSTEIN. And again, this is a Let's Play channel, but this is just, I have, sometimes I'll read stuff from Warhammer books or Dungeons & Dragons. Sometimes I'll just do random shit. I do whatever the fuck pops in my head. Regardless of how cringy of a video it's going to be. Like I said, at some point, Guinness World Records is going to give me a record. They'll be like, Lunar D8 has won the record for the cringiest fucking video on the internet. Okay, let's go and try this. Oh, this is going to be bad. My voice is epilepsy for your ears, by the way. I apologize. Okay. Nun, liebe Kinder, gebt Weihnacht. Ich bin die Stimme aus dem Kissen. Ich hab euch etwas mitgebracht. Hab es aus meiner Brust gerissen. Mit diesem Herz hab ich die Macht. Die Augenlider zu erpressen. Ich singe, bis der Tag erwacht. Ein heller Schein permanent. Mein Herz brennt. When does it happen? Sie kommen zu euch in der Nacht. Dämonengeister Josephine. Sie kreischen aus dem Kellerschacht und werden unter euer Bettzeug sehen. Nun, liebe Kinder, gebt Weihnacht. Ich bin die Stimme aus dem Kissen. Ich hab euch etwas mitgebracht. Ein heller Schein im Firmament. Mein Herz brennt. Mein Herz brennt. Sie kommen zu euch in der Nacht und stehlen eure kleinen heißen Tränen. Sie warten, bis der Mann erwacht und drücken sie in meine kalten Venen. Nun, liebe Kinder, geht Weihnacht. Ich bin die Stimme aus dem Kissen. Ich singe, bis der Tag erwacht. Ein heller Schein im Firmament. Mein Herz brennt. Mein Herz brennt. Mein Herz brennt. Mein Herz brennt. Get some water. Mein Herz brennt. Oh. Mein Herz brennt. Mein Herz brennt. Mein Herz brennt. Okay. How about this? I'm going to try that one more time. That first time, I had both sides of the headphones on. This time, I'm going to have my left ear covered and my right ear uncovered, so I'll be able to hear my own voice a little bit better, which means I'll probably feel nauseous at the sound of my own voice. But hey, it's rare to find somebody with such a horrible singing voice that I should very well be summoning, Cthulhu with how bad I am pronouncing things, let alone making vocal noises. So let's try this again, but my right ear is uncovered, so I can hear myself a little bit better. See if that makes any difference. Nun, liebe Kinder, gebt fein Acht. Ich bin die Stimme aus dem Kissen. Ich hab euch etwas mitgebracht. Hab es aus meiner Brust gerissen. Mit diesem Herz hab ich die Magd, die Augenlider zu erpressen. Ich singe, bis der Tag erwacht. Ein heller Schein im Firmament. Mein Herz brennt. Yes, I'm headbanging. And I'm also like bouncing my knees, that fucking hurts. This counts as dancing, right? Fuck. Sie kommen zu euch in der Nacht. Dämonengeister Josephine. Sie kreischen aus dem Kellerschacht und werden unter euer Bettzeug sehen. Und liebe Kinder, gebt fein Acht. Ich bin die Stimme aus der Kissen. Ich habe euch echt... Fuck! Stimme aus dem Kissen. Ich hab euch etwas mitgebracht. Ein heller Schein im Firmament. Mein Herz brennt. Mein Herz brennt. Sie kommen zu euch in der Nacht und stehlen eure kleinen Hasentchen. Sie warten, bis der Mann erwacht und drücken sie in meine Kartenvenen. Nun, lieben Kinder, gebt fein Acht. Ich bin die Stimme aus dem Kissen. Ich singe, bis der Tag erwacht. Ein heller Schein im Firmament. Mein Herz brennt. Ein Herz brennt. Mein 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 HERZ BRENNT. Okay. I have my headphones off now. I'm going to play it on my phone. Let's go to start. Okay, so I'm going to try it a third time, but this time both ears are uncovered, and I'm just playing the music out of my phone. So I should be able to hear my voice completely now. Nun liebe Kinder, gebt Weihnacht. Ich bin die aus dem Kissen. Well, I'm fucking up more. Euch etwas mitgebracht. Okay, I'm not even going to bother with that because I'm fucking that up even more. It's like, apparently it's just, I don't know the timing of the song properly, and once I'm actually trying it that way, it's just, that was like the oddest thing to try to pronounce. Euch etwas mitgebracht. Euch etwas mitgebracht. That's euch etwas mitgebracht. Like, it's like every time I look at how that's written, it's like that is not how I would think it's pronounced when I just look at it initially. So yeah, I'll just call that a video. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think I can do a better job if I can hear some of my voice, but if I just have it coming out of the phone, it's just, I can't quite, even though I've heard the song many times, I practiced it a few, it's just, the timing, it's, at least if I can have at least one ear covered in just being immersed in that voice, I can just follow along with it and try to match that same tempo and rhythm. But if I can't hear what I'm supposed to be trying to sing well enough, I sort of just lose the timing and become lost. I don't know. This video's gone on way too long, but anyway, I hope everyone out there had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, and go listen to some RAMMSTEIN, please. They're awesome, and they're really cool. I really enjoy it, and I enjoy Yu Hakusho. So, like I said, part of me, like I said, main point of the channel, I'm just doing Let's Plays and stuff. And even then, it's just a hobby. It's just a very obsessive hobby. But, I enjoy making these videos. They interest me, and I like doing it. But, I don't know. I have a bit of interest doing random shit here on the side, like trying to sing songs. Start off with thinking the Super Meat Boy and All Their Failures playlist, which I think there's like 40 some odd parts in that playlist. 9 of them are me playing Super Meat Boy, the original Super Meat Boy. Took 9 parts of me to do it. The first 2 parts I was using the keyboard instead of the controller. But eventually, after 9 parts, I managed to beat Super Meat Boy. Now, on January 10th, Super Meat Boy Forever comes out. So I'll be playing that as well, but that'll, again, be posted in that playlist. But right now, there's like 40 plus parts in that playlist, and 9 of which are Super Meat Boy. The rest are just random bullshit. I mean, and that's the playlist I started doing some karaoke stuff again with. And a lot of that was just improv. I didn't even have a plan. It was just, oh, okay, let's just like, okay, well, this song. Like, let's hop straight in with no practice whatsoever, but at least I can kind of do that without much concern because it's my own language. I can at least be more familiar with. Though, with this, I actually had to, because I have tried a couple RAMMSTEIN songs in this playlist before. The first one of the playlist, of course, which I did a little bit of practice on, but I still feel like I absolutely butchered it, where no one would have been able to understand what I'm saying. And the second one, when I did Ishville, I just feel like I just kept saying the word dick over and over. I'm like, because I went back and listened to it, and I'm like, oh, fuck. It's like, really? I'm that bad. Fuck. And then, of course, with this one, at least Till Lindemann doesn't sing very quick, and it's a lot easier to understand. And a lot of the verses are repeated, which makes it a lot easier to kind of practice it. But there are a few times where I'd like just sit there for a few minutes and go through each line a few times. And yeah, like I went into this knowing it's like this is not going to be nearly good enough to count as any sort of like vocal cover or even really proper karaoke. But at the very least, I feel that if you are a German speaker who hasn't even heard the song before, you should at least understand what words I'm trying to say. And I think that was the main goal of this, to at least be coherent. Beyond that, honestly, I'd say out of all the videos on this whole playlist, I would strongly recommend the video I called All the Neckos Are Meowing for Headbats. I made a parody of Sweet Dreams, but with the exception of the first line of the song, Sweet Dreams Are Made of These, who am I to disagree? With the exception of that, I changed every single word in the rest of the song and made it, my own original parody. Just because, well, it was something I found interesting, and it's something I wanted to do. Hopefully, and I even said in that video that I want other people to sing it, because I don't have a very high estimation of my own vocal capacity, but it would be nice to hear other people who actually have a talent and have actually put the work in into being singers. Because I'm not a singer and I have no aspiration to really be one. I just have an interest in occasionally trying to sing other songs. But I don't know, it's just I enjoyed it. I enjoyed thinking up those lyrics while I was working. And I enjoyed basically just scribbling them down as soon as I got home and singing them. But yeah, don't see Me Boy forever. When it comes out, I'll be in the Super Me Boy and all their failures playlist. Just because I do a lot of just random bullshit. But I'm not sure how to end videos. Like a lot of times I'll just go, hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Just because, I don't know, seems like the best way to end a video and helps to get me to shut the fuck up. Otherwise, I just keep rambling forever. But, again, you're hearing right now, I just seem to want to just keep rambling. But, it's mainly a comedy channel, but there are sometimes I'll bitch about things in my personal life, but that's just, again, it's me not having a filter. I just say whatever the fuck's on my mind or however I feel. But yeah, I enjoy the band RAMMSTEIN. They're absolutely amazing, and it's just, I really do enjoy it. It's good music, but it's definitely not something I could just sing as an improv, just because there are a lot of times I went through this song and I'm like looking at the lyrics combined, even though I've heard the song at least 100 plus times. I've even heard remix of it where it combines it with the band Tattoo, the Russian band, and it's just, I'm listening to it and I'm looking at the words and I'm like, it's a little bit of a struggle to try to make my mind understand, like, okay, you pronounce this word oich, and this word is etwas. This one's mitgenbrock, and it's like brocht, and there's a lot of that, or the ish, or ick, and sometimes ish, like ICH seems like ish, or ick. It's like, or even sometimes there's a T sound, like icht, or ick, icht, ish, like, and sometimes it sounds different, and it's like, I'm not exactly sure how I should really be saying it. And it's just like, there's sometimes like, it sounds different to me. But anyway, I do enjoy the music very much. But yeah. I would like to hear other people sing the song All the Neckos Are Meowing for Headbats. But of course, I'd like to hear you guys just post karaoke videos in general. And like I said, if you are an English speaker, I mean, how would you describe my accent as an English speaker? And also, if you're a German speaker who speaks Deutsch, how is my pronunciation of the German language? How bad am I? Any tips for how I should pronounce certain letters differently? For the majority of my understanding on how to pronounce German words, I mean, I have 2 books on how to speak German, which I think it was back in like 2004 that I was really trying to read those books a little bit, but it just sort of fell to the wayside, and I just sort of, just lost interest and went on to other things. One book is a book intended for tourists to help them understand how to communicate in Germany if they're there on vacation. I've never been to Germany, but it was just a book I came across back in like 2003, and I actually got into trying to read it a little bit in 2004. And around that time, I had a friend who had a dad who had actually been in the U.S. military stationed in Germany at one point, I think during the first Iraq War, with the whole Saddam Hussein thing. Anyway, he had a book, I still have it, and it was basically a training manual that was given to him. And it was meant for military officers to know how to communicate in their daily lives and on base and in their functions in the military in Germany. I've never been to Germany, and I think it was like, 40 years ago he was there? Damn, time does, I mean, it's technically 2021, but it's December 30th at 9:04 in the morning. I'm Ohio, so it's Eastern Standard Time. But for me, it is 9:05 a.m., 12/30/2021. So in less than 48 hours, it will be 2022. But the main thing he had to say is that everyone he met in Germany was very nice to him, and they were very polite, and they were very welcoming. And he felt that they were very friendly. But like I said, I've never had a chance to be there, and the funny thing is this. Most of my life, I actually thought I was half German and half Italian. Then about a year ago, I did a DNA test. Turns out I'm half English, half Scottish. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I find it hilarious that I was so mistaken about that for such a long period of time. So, yeah, I think that's kind of funny. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I just tend to ramble on when I talk about stuff like this. And by stuff like this, I mean anything. A lot of times, especially at my job and stuff, I sometimes will go 10 or 12 hours not really talking to anyone and just being alone inside my head while I'm doing standing manual labor, doing a tedious job, listening to machine noises. And it's not like I can listen to music. I can't have a radio. I can't have earbuds. I can't have nothing. It's just the sound of fucking silence and the sound of machines beeping and hydraulic presses and the sounds of just my knees and my shoulders hating me and telling me go to bed. So, and like I said, I at least appreciate that my job pays the rent. But I don't enjoy my job, but it's just like, there's worse things I could be doing for a living. And at least it pays enough for me to pay the rent and everything. And with enough overtime, I can, buy things like this computer and everything. So, It's just a lot of times I just feel exhausted. But I don't know. I don't know. I want to try to get back into Cyberpunk because I know at one point back when Cyberpunk came out, I have a base PS4 and I had bought Cyberpunk. I played it for a few hours. This is over a year ago, and but then it just got to the point that just everything was so glitchy and messed up. I couldn't play it, so I just decided to not mess around for a while. Now it's been a year plus since then. There's a bunch of updates. Apparently everything's supposed to work fine now. So I hopped back into it recently, like yesterday. Played like half an hour of Cyberpunk. So I think I might want to just sit down and play that some more because it does seem like it'd be a very fun game. I remember getting into it and enjoying it. It's just when I was playing, it's just there were so many glitches and to the point that everything was so unplayable. Heck, I still had my save files from back then, and when I started up the game, it told me every single save file was corrupted and unplayable. So I just had to delete the save files and just start a new one. But like I said, I enjoy the Grand Theft Auto games. It's fun to just mess around and just be silly. But yeah, hope all everyone out there had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And yeah, just like I said, kind of curious, like if you are an native English speaker, where regardless of what part of the world you're from, how would you describe my accent? Like, how would I sound to you? Like, if you just met me, like, what would you think of my accent, the way I speak? Because for me, I feel the way I talk is, for me, it's normal. This is what I'm used to. And of course, if you speak German, what are your thoughts on like what I was pronouncing when I was trying to sing "MEIN HERZ BRENNT"? And honestly, I still have to say I am probably the worst nightmare of any vocal coach in the world. And like I imagine that if you are a vocal coach, you wake up in a cold sweat, having terrible dreams about me. It's like I am your worst fear. Anyway, I hope all of you are very happy. And I know it's a few days past Christmas. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. I just want all of you to be happy. And I hope all of you are looking forward to the new year. And I hope all of you have a better new 2022 than you did 2021 or 2020, whatever. If any of you actually did come by and actually stop by and watch this video, let alone stay around for these 45 minutes to just listen to this just random motherfucker ramble on, I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening to the video. I appreciate it very much. And if I could, I'd give you all a very big hug. And give you a head pat and tell you that you are all very amazing people. I was thinking about that. I was thinking on Markiplier recently posted a video where it's like, you are my superstar. I was like, it's like, I know it's silly and he's like directing it to like everybody, but still I'm like, oh, I appreciate that. That is nice to hear. It's kind of like I'll listen to ASMR videos just because it's nice to listen to a friendly voice from time to time and just hear positive things. So, I don't know. This was my attempt at being coherent and just... Okay, this is probably the best I could probably do at being on any kind of subject for more than... I don't know. I'll probably go take a shower, brush my teeth and stuff. Maybe go somewhere. I I know that I did the NIV video a couple days ago. Or let's see, today's Thursday. So technically, it was like 38 hours ago or something. I think. Let me think. I was okay. Today is Thursday at 9:12 a.m. now, and it was Tuesday. I think at like 2 p.m. or something that I got home from the hospital. And I'll say this: I was worried about all that stuff, but it turned out okay. Though there are other concerns with that, but still, my concerns about the anesthetic and stuff like that were that was it wasn't that bad. It was actually granted I dislike IVs. I don't like needles. I never stopped liking needles. So maybe I'll eat some spicy sweet chili Doritos. I don't know. Like I said, I can't really. I don't know what to talk about next. I know I should just end the video, but for some reason I don't want to. But yeah, I just I wish you all the best, and I I really don't know what to say. I feel like there should be something that should be obvious for me to say right now, but it's slipping my mind. But yeah, like I said, if you guys stayed through and listen to this whole video and just listen to me, just be this silly person I am, I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.